Well, the time has come. You guys have heard me talk about getting the opportunity to test some really expensive speakers. And after our reasonable batching of JL Audio and their questionable products and maybe their overpriced nature and bang for the buck, we had somebody who will remain unnamed, unidentified, has loaned us a set of C7 JL components. So
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
these things are quite expensive. And you know what? We're gonna tear into these things and take a look. And we have to be really, really careful with these things. And we might even do a head-to-head comparison with some of the other speakers that we've got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I noticed that we're getting a lot of return viewers that are not subscribed. So if you're coming back and you're watching these things, please hit the subscribe button, because without getting subscribers and viewers, we don't get the opportunity to test speakers. So that's what comes in. So let's dig into these things. Okay, let's see if they're worth it. So just to let you know, 6.5-inch C7 component speaker, retail price from Crutchfield, $700 each. That's one. The C7 tweeters, they're like $200 a piece. So these things aren't cheap. We're looking at almost $2,000 for a set of two-way components, no crossovers, anything. So let's take a look and see what makes these things tick. All right, as you can see, these things come in a fairly fancy box. Nothing too crazy, I will say. In fact, I'm going to say the box is nice. The internal packaging is broken, so these aren't boxed all that well. So I'm looking at this 6.5-inch woofer. It's got a beautiful basket. It is very cleanly cast. It's got a nice powder coating on it. The rim is machined, which doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. One thing that I'm gonna say I'm really surprised, looks like it's got a ferrite magnet on it. I would think at this price level that it'd have a neodymium magnet on it. I'm a little surprised. It is large. This is a big magnet. This is a heavy speaker. I will say that it looks like it can hold up real well. This looks like a very sturdy speaker. It's got some sort of woven cone, and we'll go over those a little bit more, but I just wanted to kind of give you a visual of what you're looking at. Pretty typical depth wise. I think it's about 2 3/4 inches. And nice. One of the places I think where you're spending all your money, the rings on these ones versus the C3s I think that we tested, is this ring is actually a die cast and machined aluminum piece, and it's nice. I mean, there's no joke. This thing's pretty nice. And it looks like they give you two options for the grills. This one's got the kind of funky whatever. I think this is kind of their signature look. I don't know. I'm not sure I really care for it. And if you don't, they give you one that's just a basic look. All right, the tweeters, they're boxed up quite nicely, like something when you buy something at a department store, fancy whatever. This is the tweeter. Looks like it's a 1-inch dome. I'm not loving what I see on the backside compared to some of the other ones, but it does come with a flush mount cup And these aren't plastic. These are all cast machined aluminum and powder coated and just beautiful. We got this is a flush mount, surface mount, excuse me, flush mount, yes. Here is our surface mount. And now this is not an angled mount, so that's not an option apparently. So they do come with a capacitor, I'm assuming, so you don't blow them up. And trust me, I'm gonna read all the instructions on these before I do anything with these. I was told and instructed to be very careful. All right, so we got the JLC7s all mounted up very carefully. These things are actually going back, I don't know, what time is it? 3 o'clock. These things are going back in the next hour. So I have to take them apart, rebox them, put them away safely. So the lengths I go through for you guys, I hope you guys appreciate it. I can't afford to buy this kind of stuff, and I bought a lot of these speakers, so I hope you guys enjoy it and you appreciate it, and you can appreciate it by liking it, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. So, without further ado, here's the JLC7s. Okay, we're gonna go head to head. We're gonna A/B them with the set of Focal Polyglass 2-ways, okay? These are about a $450 setup. These are $2,000. We're talking $700 each woofer, $300 each tweeter, okay? They didn't come with any crossovers, but I do have them passively crossed over, okay? I know some of you guys are gonna say, well, why didn't you run them actively? Well, it's hard to A/B them and set them all up with the DSP and crossovers and all that stuff this way. Really impossible to do, okay? So we're gonna run first with no EQ. I'll start off with the JLs. We'll switch over here to the Focals, kind of switch them back and forth. And before I give kind of my final summary, I want you guys to go ahead and leave some comments what you guys think before I influence anything that you say or whatever, because I know these recordings have been pretty good. I listen to them a lot. I listen to them most of the time on a TV or on a computer that's got good speakers. I'm not listening to them on my phone. I don't know if you guys have earbuds or whatever, but I've got the speaker at tweeter, or the camera at tweeter level, and it should pick up really well. You're kind of center stage. So, let's let this thing rip. Let's see what we got. Okay, so the JLs.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain.
Okay, there's no EQ applied at all.
Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me in high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna need you, baby. Can't treat myself at your spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby.
All right, so a little bit of EQ. So what do you guys think? All right, before all the hate starts to fly, I just gotta say, they're not bad speakers. I know I've bashed on JL speakers in the past, and I think I'm gonna kind of continue with that a little bit because I really don't think JL is a good value for your dollar, whatever level you buy. Okay, I was told that, hey, once you hit the C7 level, JL really starts to shine. Okay, these are marketed as ultra high end speakers. Okay, these things they don't come with it. You can download your serial number and it gives you a sheet of they do a sound test on these things, and they keep it on file, and I just don't know what to say. Okay, $2,000 versus $450 speakers. And, my conclusion is with a DSP and lots of time and an RTA and all that stuff, yeah, dude, you can make these things sound great. Well, at that point, you can make a lot of speakers sound great. Okay. But just head to head, I'd rather keep the $1,550 and go with the Focals. Okay. I'm looking at these things and nothing stands out at me as being, oh my God. Okay. I don't see unobtainium cones. I don't see forged aluminum, titanium baskets. I don't see a neodymium magnet. There's quality here, 100%. But we had some $100 speakers with machined cast aluminum baskets. I think these speakers are going to give you years and years and years, but I just don't see it. What do you guys think? Let me know. So anyways, I got to get this stuff boxed up, and it's going to a customer who I don't know who he is. I hope he doesn't watch this video. But anyways, thanks for watching. We'll get you next time.